So a few days ago I decided to order some new shrimp for one of the guppy tanks because I have some shrimp in one of the tanks but not the other one. We've got some blue velvets in the top tank on the rack, which I'm probably going to be getting some more for here pretty soon. And we don't have any in the bottom guppy tank, so I wanted to get a different kind of shrimp for that tank. And well, look what came in the mail today. So before we get to that, by the way, I am still filming on my phone, so the audio and the footage is not going to be quite as good. But we will have a new camera by next video, so that'll be good. Now before we open those guys up, this is the tank that they are going into right here, this 10-gallon guppy tank. Yes, I will be adding some more plants in here. I did take a good majority of the subulata plants that I had in here, and also took one of the anubias out, and it's just covered in algae, which it is what it is at this point. And these are blue delta guppies. These are some guppies that I ordered way back in the summer, and they actually had a batch of fry in here, and as you can see, some of those babies have pretty well gotten up good in size. And by the way, that video is starting to get a lot more comments on it, people asking where I got these guppies from. It's been so long I don't remember exactly what the guy's name was, but it was some eBay breeder. That's all I know. So you can search up blue delta guppies and I'm sure you'll find some really nice looking ones on eBay. So we have those guys in here, some snails, and then a group of some stir-by cories. Now, you know, at first when I first started keeping shrimp up here in this tank, which is where we have the blue velvets at, I already had some cory cats in here, some panda cories and some zebra loaches, and I was a little bit concerned that they might try to mess with them, maybe eat them, but that was obviously not a problem at all. You can see one of the blue velvets right there actually out and about. Like I said, I'm probably going to be getting some more of those. And by the way, I don't really care about the shrimp breeding and all that. I really don't. I just think they're a cool little scavenger to have in little planted tanks like this with, you know, guppies and little cory cats and whatnot. And the new ones that just came in today, like I said, are going in this tank, and I think they're going to look pretty dang cool in here and are definitely going to add a lot of color in here, no doubt about that. So let's open these bad boys up. This freaking sucks trying to set up a dang phone. Alright, there we go. Red crystal shrimp, that's what I got. I got 8 of these bad boys, and man, they are a cool looking little shrimp. Basically, they're just like a plain white shrimp, like as the base color, and then like with really, really big red bands that go across the body. Some have more than others, and that is obviously what depicts what grade they are. But anyways, these guys, let's see if we can get them in the tank so we can get a better look at them. Oh yeah, check them out in there. They look to be all alive, which is really, really good. These guys are gonna look sick in this tank. Look at those beauties right there. Man, they're gonna look so nice in here. And of course, they're not even all the way colored up right now. It'll take them a minute to really get all their color back, and once we get them in the tank and all that, they'll look a lot different. But let's let these guys acclimate, because my water is very, very warm compared to the water that they're in. So we'll come back in about 15 minutes. I feel like I've not given you guys like a really good update on the marble car catfish since we got him. So you can see him right there in his little cave chilling out. For the most part, I've just been feeding this guy bloodworms, and that is exactly what I got right here. We're going to bring him out. As soon as he gets a whiff of them, he's coming out. Oh yeah, look at him. Look at that guy. Of course, I feed him a lot more than this usually, but I think he's already grown a little bit. I really do. Maybe like a quarter, half inch already. Of course, this is a pretty fast growing fish anyway, but I really do think that he has already grown, and we've only had him for like 2 weeks. So check that guy out. Such a cool catfish. Cannot wait till he gets bigger and bigger, and eventually he's going to go outside into the pond. Such a cool little catfish though. Give this tank a few bloodworms. See all the cichlids and the tetras and barbs going crazy. Look at that. I remember when we first added this guy in here about a month and a half, 2 months or so ago. Him and that La Lupe did not get along at first, and now they're best buddies. Look at that. Just fine. And the Carbensis, they're just fine in here. And once we move the marble cara out of that tank, the Carbensis are getting taken out of this tank once again and getting moved back over here, and we'll likely end up breeding them. Check out what I did to the beta tank. The last time you guys saw this tank, it was a very, very bland tank, and that was right after we had rescaped it. But I just, you know, whenever I rescape a tank, I want to be like really, really happy with it, and just I want to make it feel like I did something really cool with the tank, and it just did not have that feel with what I had going on with the Sirius stone and the little plants here and there. It just did not look right. So what I did, and it was not much at all, but I added that piece of spider wood and then those 2 plants right there. That is the only new thing to the tank since you guys last saw it. I had that heater back there because the water was a little bit too cold for the betta. But he is doing freaking amazing in this tank, and he loves to go in there, get down up underneath the driftwood and go inside the rocks looking for food. Like, he goes all up in there, way up in there. And he'll like disappear for a while, and then all of a sudden he'll just pop back out. And this is a cool little thing I added to it. So you see the back there has like this bluish tint, which is really, really cool looking at night. And all that is this little bitty LED strip that is lined right next up to the back of the tank, and it basically just gives off this really, really cool blue underglow to the tank, which I think just adds another cool little feature to it. But anyways, I want to drop a couple of bloodworms in here for this guy. This guy eats like a freaking pig too. Oh, got it. Look at that. And this guy, of course, he'll probably get a little bit bigger than this. Not too much bigger. He's gotten pretty much all of his color that he's going to get, but man, I'm freaking loving this tank now. And if you guys have been following along for the past 3 videos, you know that I've been like going back and forth getting these big koi and goldfish out of this Persis pond because they were moving, and I haven't really shown much of what I've done with all the comments, so this is gonna look really, really bad, but here they are. For the time being, I got them all over here in this little 120 gallon pond. It's not very big. It's definitely not big enough for all of them, but I'm gonna be taking some of the bigger ones out of here, and I've already taken like 4 or 5 of the really, really big ones out of here, and I just went ahead and moved them out there into the big pond. But yeah, you can see all of them are crammed in there. They're doing just fine. It's just this really ain't a big enough pond for all these guys because there are still some really, really big ones in here. But that's basically where I have all of them right now. Guppy pond's getting set back up really soon, so be ready for that. And let's see if we can find any of the new koi that we've added in here. We now have a total of 10 koi in this freaking pond. Isn't that just insane? Because I only had 1 in here for like years. You can see 2 of them out there. See if we can zoom in on it, man. By the way, they have already spawned. Isn't that something? Not those specific koi, but one of the big females that I released in here already released her egg, so that's pretty dang cool. There's a white butterfly right over there. We have 3 of those guys. Look at that guy out there. That was one of the prettiest ones, I think, out of the whole batch of them. Super pretty butterfly. Look at that guy. That was my original koi, so he's been in here longer than any of them. I've had this guy for years now. Looks like he is on the chase to meet up with the other 2 out there. Looks like that's exactly where he's going. It also seemed like a couple of people were kind of confused, but yes, that is my pond. I'm walking back up here on my porch now, but yes, that is my pond down there. So just wanted to clear that up, make sure everyone knew that I was not just releasing some koi and goldfish into some random pond at a park or something. So with all those updates, I think it's time we can release these shrimp into their new tank. Alright, here we go. There they go. All 8 into the tank. I didn't even count them, but I'm sure it was 8. Look at those guys. They are definitely going to stand out here. You know, they would stand out a lot better on black gravel, but there is some black gravel in here. You can see one of them right there, so I guess whenever they get up in this general area, they'll be easier to see, but still, they're going to look really, really nice in here. And whether they breed or not, that's obviously up to them, but I don't really care. It's not really the main reason why I got them. I just got them because I think they're a cool little bottom feeder in here, and will be, should be a really, really cool shrimp to have in here. And obviously, like I said, the stir-by cores are not going to bother them a bit. I've kept shrimp before with cory cats, explained that earlier, and have never had a problem with it. They're not really what they're looking for to eat. They're just too big for them to eat, so they should not mess with them. And like I said, I will be adding some more plants in here because I definitely got to fill up that back space back there where I took out those other small plants. So that's pretty much it for now, though. Gonna let these guys settle on in. Maybe we'll get some babies out of these guys. I don't know. I'll definitely give you guys an update on them in the next video. But for now, just gonna let these guys chill out and figure out their new little home. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, please be sure to give it a like down below. Let me know what you guys think about the new shrimp. I will have a link down below in the description where I got those shrimp from in case you guys want to get some. He's got some other really, really cool shrimp besides those. Hopefully I'll have a new camera in the next video, so that'll be good. As always though, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.